Boom, what it do, what it do, what it does, what it does. Welcome back to Rod Reacts, baby. You know what I'm saying? Happy New Year, everybody. Today is January 1st, 2023. Very first day of the year, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to start this year off right, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to make it do what it do. So today, we're going to be reacting to the 10 dumbest criminals that then got caught up on social media. You know what I'm saying? Now, social media is hands down arguably the devil. You know what I'm saying? But if you use it for the purpose it was meant to be used for, you can make a lot of money and you can achieve a lot of things. But if you're using it for like bragging purposes, man, I mean, like, come on. You got to be smart. But before we get into this video, man, make sure y'all like, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all subscribe. You dig what I'm saying? Make sure y'all drop a comment for your boy and turn on the post notifications. Without further ado, let's get to the video. You digs?
Some criminals are incredibly intelligent, able to evade justice for months, years, or even a lifetime. Others, not so much. Even those who break the law can fall victim to...
Come on, black man. What you doing, bro? You ain't get that money from working at Kroger or Walmart, man. You done messed up, my boy.
...to the powerful urge to share their lives online, overriding their common sense completely. Today, we'll be looking at 10 of the dumbest criminals who were caught thanks to social media. In March 2012, incompetent criminal Michael Baker came upon an unattended police cruiser in Jenkins, Kentucky. While most people would simply walk on by, 20-year-old Baker took a different approach. He grabbed a gas can, stuck a siphon hose into the car, and had his girlfriend Joanne Sendelin snap a charming photo as he brandished his middle finger. The fun could have ended there, but Baker went one step further, proudly posting the photo to his Facebook account. Along with friends and family, Jenkins police officials also saw the picture, and Baker was consequently arrested and charged with theft by unlawful taking.
Not theft.
Baker explained to local media outlets that there was hardly any fuel in the squad car, and the whole exercise was intended only as a joke. He told TV station WYMT, "We was just standing there and thought it would be funny to take a picture and then post it on Facebook." Sendelin added, "Yeah, we're sorry, but it was just a joke. I mean, if we was going to steal gas, we wouldn't put it nationwide on Facebook. We don't steal anyway, but we're sorry." Police Chief Alan Borms told media that if Baker was willing to steal from the police, he'd steal from just about anybody. Despite his impressive,
I mean, that valid point. I don't like the police, but that's a valid point.
Explanation and his girlfriend's heartfelt apology, Baker spent the night in jail as a result of this photo opportunity.
You can do a night, my boy.
After he was released, he got right back on social media, posting, "Just got out of jail. Yeah, LOL, I went to jail over Facebook." Sounds like he learned his lesson, right? Kevin Gaines Jr. of DeLand, Florida was a wanted...
Oh, them Florida boys crazy, man. Them Florida boys is crazy. It is something in the water in Florida. You did.
Man, in November 2019, the 20-year-old was sought by police on several charges: possession of a firearm by a delinquent, grand theft auto, criminal mischief, and having no valid driver's license. He was also considered armed and dangerous. You'd think with that list, Gaines would want to keep a low profile. Think again. After successfully evading authorities for about a month, Gaines made an interesting decision on December 26th. He went live on Instagram. Little did he know, a police deputy had spotted the car Gaines had stolen parked at a house on Beresford Avenue in DeLand. As Gaines broadcast to his Instagram account inside the house, a group of police officers was gathering outside, with the live feed confirming Gaines's location.
Stupid. Boy, the police got Instagram. Like, I mean, we know the feds got Instagram, but I wouldn't think a regular police officer with a squad car just watching the dude Instagram while sitting outside. That's crazy.
Dave, get to the house. He just shut his live off and said the cops are here.
Uh-oh.
Take cover.
When Deputy Billy Levin shone a spotlight into the window of the home, the light was visible in the Instagram video, which ended rather suddenly when Gaines realized he'd been caught.
Hey, you can tell him to either come on out or we're going to write a search warrant. We'll go in and get him. Yeah, he was on a live video, and as soon as he saw the blue lights, he shut the live video off, and they said, man, hurry up, cuz they're here. Yeah. Get on the
Damn.
ground. Get on the ground. On the ground now. Get on the ground.
Yeah, I got him. Cover me. I got him. Go, Levin. Go, Levin. I got him.
You want to secure this house? Because we got a gun in here.
Gaines surrendered to the authorities, who found 3 firearms inside the house, plus 1 underneath a car in the driveway.
Damn.
He was successfully arrested on the many charges he had racked up before giving himself up on Instagram.
Oh my God. Hey, Instagram, that's crazy as hell, boy. Instagram Live?
British man Michael Ruse was on trial for assault in June 2012. The 21-year-old was accused of violently attacking his friend's father using a baseball bat and a baton, and he had entered a not guilty plea. Being tried for a crime is pretty stressful, but Ruse wasn't worried about being convicted. In fact, as the trial progressed, he was so convinced that he'd be found not guilty that he shared his high hopes on his Facebook account. Ruse did use a pseudonym on Facebook, posting under the name Michael Miles, but that didn't protect him from the consequences of his foolish words. Throughout his 2-week trial, he shared gems like, "Nearly time to leave for Crown and see the stuck-up judge." But the stupidest moment of all came when Ruse shared an update that said, "Another week at court." A friend commented on the status asking about his case, and Ruse unbelievably responded, "Yeah, I think I got away with it, to be honest." He even managed to misspell got. 6 people liked this incredibly foolish status update, but one of Ruse's Facebook friends with a taste for justice printed the evidence and got it into the hands of prosecutors. Since he had been caught essentially confessing to the crime, Ruse had almost no choice but to change his plea to guilty. Ian Pearson, the judge presiding over the case, told Ruse, "You pleaded guilty partway through the trial only really because you were stupid enough to put on Facebook what amounted to a full confession." Ruse was sentenced to 46 weeks in prison for the assault. After the incident, Ruse's attorney told the media that the young man...
Hold up. One of his Facebook friends printed out the tweet, the status, and gave it to the police? Bro, you're gonna have to trash your whole Facebook account. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. If you got friends that do, if you got friends like that, what's the old head say? If you got friends like that, what's the point of enemies? Wow, never heard of that.
Needs help with regards to thinking skills. That sounds like a serious understatement.
Wow.
Florida resident Whitney Beal made a very dangerous decision in October 2015. After a night of partying, she drove home drunk. But Beal didn't stop at just one stupid choice. She also decided to use the Periscope app to live stream her reckless journey. Beal can be heard on the video declaring,
"If you're not new, I'm driving home drunk.
Stupid.
Let's see if I get a DUI. In the USA, people, let's see if I get a DUI. I don't think I will."
Amid the sound of fellow drivers honking at Beal, she noticed how many viewers were tuning in to her bad idea, saying,
57 people. Oh my God. I didn't know I'd get this many people. I am super drunk in the USA and the light is red, I promise.
But don't worry, Beal
That light was green as hell, boy.
obviously had safety on her mind too. She told her shocked Periscope viewers,
It's not cool. Driving drunk is not cool.
some of those watching the video feed called 911, and a Lakeland police officer was able to locate Beal's car by logging into the live stream.
Fam, people got to stop using Instagram to incriminate themselves. Facebook, Periscope. If you're doing anything incriminating, a cell phone is your worst friend. Obviously, it's your biggest enemy. Come on, man. Especially if you're doing it to yourself, man. Come on.
She was pulled over and arrested after failing a field sobriety test. On the way to the police station, Beal reportedly threw up in the back of the cruiser. Whitney Beal pleaded no contest to a charge of driving under the influence. She was sentenced in February 2016 to 12 months of probation, alcohol evaluation and treatment, a 10-day impound of her vehicle, and a 6-month suspension of her license.
Damn.
These are standard consequences for drunk driving. But Beal was also sentenced to 150 hours of community service and 10 days of weekend work release as a result of her decision to publicize her poor choices.
Let's see if I get a DUI.
Stupid. Just stupid. Where we at with it? What number we on? Cashing in.
29-year-old Orlando Henderson began working at Wells Fargo in Charlotte, North Carolina in April of 2019. By
my
December
God.
of the same year, he would be arrested in San Diego on suspicion of stealing almost $90,000 from the bank after his own social media posts helped alert authorities to his crimes. Within just 2 months of starting his job at Wells Fargo, Henderson began using his access to the bank vault to steal money from customer deposits. He pocketed cash on nearly 20 separate occasions, starting small with a theft of $446 and working his way up to higher amounts. On July 15, 2019, he took a whopping $13,450 from the vault.
Bro, how do you do that and really think you're not going to get caught? You know what I'm saying? Like, not only they going to have like an internal investigation on your goofy ass, but you posting it online? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Make it make sense, dog. And then you posting this money like you a street cat. You know what I'm saying? But bro, you work at a bank. You work at a bank. You at a bank. You got a job. And you stealing money and you posting it on social media? For who? Not for these bimbos. Not for the bimbos. It's always for the bimbos, bro. It's always for the bimbos.
Henderson was not only
Wow.
pocketing money, but also covering up his theft by falsifying bank documents, creating fake deposit tickets, and making false entries. He was very careful to hide his illegal activity at the bank itself, but it was another story completely when it came to Henderson's social media accounts.
Stupid.
Henderson was not shy when it came to bragging about his finances online.
Stupid.
Over the summer of 2019, he uploaded photos of himself holding impressive stacks of cash. He also shared pictures of a Mercedes-Benz he had purchased using a $20,000 cash down payment. This suspicious activity, along with large ATM deposits, attracted the attention of investigators, leading to Henderson's eventual arrest. The
Stupid.
charges against Henderson included financial institution fraud, 19 counts of theft,
He got 4 years in jail.
embezzlement and misapplication, and 12 counts of making false entries.
4
In a
years in
deal
jail.
with prosecutors, he pleaded guilty to bank fraud and transactional money laundering on March 20th, 2020. Henderson appeared to have aspirations as a rap artist and
Stupid.
often used the nickname AC Foes online. Ironically,
AC Foes? What? Are those the Za bags in the back? What's that? Is that Za or is that candy?
he'd adopted the catchphrase, "Ain't wit bein' broke."
Wow. Oh, they don't say how much time.
In March 2015, Andrew Dale Markham had an experience on Facebook that most of us never will. he came across his own wanted photos. The Butler County, Ohio Sheriff's Office had posted photos of 21-year-old Markham to their Facebook page in an effort to track him down. There were several outstanding warrants on Markham, including for assault, abduction, and burglary, which is why so many people were surprised when he used his personal Facebook account to comment on the post.
Stupid.
Somehow not realizing that it was a bad idea to announce himself on a post identifying him as a criminal suspect, Markham commented, "I ain't tripping. Half of them don't even know me."
Wow.
The sheriff's office wasted no time in responding. If you could stop by the sheriff's office, that'd be great. Hey, it doesn't hurt to ask. A neighboring county's police department even joined in on the absurd comment thread asking Markham to please stay in Butler County. Then Butler County Sheriff Richard K. Jones brought Twitter into the mix, tweeting a picture of a jail cell with the message, "Hey Andrew Markham, we've got your room ready." The interactions went viral, with many pointing out how foolish it was for a wanted man to publicly communicate with law enforcement. It didn't take Markham long to realize he was in over his head, and the 21-year-old turned himself in. The sheriff's office updated their
Not him crying. Andrew Markham will be off Facebook temporarily because there's no social media availability. Not him crying.
interested followers with the news. Andrew Dale Markham will be off Facebook temporarily because there is no social media access in the Butler County Jail. He's turned himself in. Thanks to our Facebook and Twitter friends for helping turn up the heat. Despite his bravado on Facebook, Markham didn't hold up so well in real life, judging by his tear-stained face in his mugshot.
Bro, how you crying like that? How you crying like that, bro? How you crying like that, bro? You talking smack on the internet, then you turn yourself in, and now you crying. I mean, you at least supposed to hold it up during your mugshot picture, bro. Not you crying, bro.
Melina Roberge and Isabel Legace took a big risk when they embarked on an Instagram-worthy vacation, and they paid a big price. In 2016, the pair of Canadian women boarded the MSC Princess for a 7-week cruise, traveling from Britain to Ireland, the United States, Bermuda, Colombia, Panama, Ecuador, Peru, Chile, and Australia.
Wow.
But thanks to a tip-off, when the ship docked in Sydney on August 28th, police dogs discovered 35 kilos of cocaine stashed in suitcases in their cabin. Including the drugs found elsewhere on the ship, the entire haul was worth around $16 million. Roberge had been approached to including the drugs found elsewhere on the ship.
So it was a few people on that ship that was smuggling some stuff.
The entire haul was worth around $16 million. Roberge had been approached to take the extensive trip by a wealthy Canadian man she would not identify, but called her sugar daddy.
She's solid. She's solid. She did not give him up. She did not give him up. I love that. I love that. She's solid.
They'd met in 2015 when Roberge began working as an escort for the man, he had offered her the free vacation in May 2016. Not only would she not have to pay for travel, she'd be given spending money and an additional sum when she got home. Roberge would be a decoy. She'd room with Legace, who was on the trip to pay off a debt of her own. Their job was to look pretty and throw off any suspicion about the drug smuggling that was the true purpose of the cruise.
I love it.
Roberge assumed the amount of drugs being moved would be small, a few kilos at most. The money and the travel were enticing, but even more attractive was the opportunity to fill her Instagram account with photos of her luxury journey. And the Instagram content was impressive. The Australian tabloids dubbed the beautiful Roberge and Legace cocaine babes, and the lifestyle they documented on social media did seem lavish indeed.
This is a brilliant idea. How did they get caught?
They shared photos from the luxury cruise ship and from the exotic destinations where it stopped: New York, French Polynesia, Peru, the Caribbean. 2 days before the ship arrived in Sydney, The women's luggage was stuffed with cocaine by others involved in the crime. They were told to pass through customs with the drugs, but they never had the chance. In April 2018, Roberge was sentenced to 8 years in Australian prison for her part in the smuggling attempt. Legace was sentenced in November to 7.5 years. Both women are likely to spend 4 years and 9 months there before being deported back to Canada. Their fellow Canadian smuggler, 65-year-old Andre Tamman, was sentenced to 8 years as well.
How they catch him? Of course they caught him. They told. That's how they got off. Duh, I'm tripping.
What's the first thing a thief does when he successfully pulls off a job? In the case of this gang, the answer is sharing the evidence on Instagram.
Not Birmingham.
In November 2019, a group of young men who stole luxury cars in Leeds, England, decided they should brag about their crimes on social media. They created an Instagram account called Mr. Dingers and began posting photos and videos of themselves posing with the stolen vehicles. The thieves took photos.
Rob off the rich to feed to the poor. I love it.
And videos of themselves posing with the stolen vehicles. The thieves took care to hide their identities, even while publicizing their illegal activity.
Rob the bush plate.
Burglars from the ends. Little legends. Oh no.
Boy, what the hell going on? Oh,
21-year-old Frankie Allwork shared a photo of himself in front of a stolen Audi A6 worth nearly $85,000. His face obscured by an emoji. 20-year-olds James Holroyd and Bryn Carey posed in similar pictures, and a video shared on January 7, 2020, where they drove the stolen Audi.
Stupid.
That video alone garnered more than 30,000 views. Unfortunately for these young men, the West Yorkshire police were already hard at work investigating a series of car thefts in the area that had taken place over a period of several months. When CCTV footage captured Allwork tossing a cigarette butt into some bushes, investigators were able to retrieve it and test it for DNA, which broke the case wide open in February 2020. Once the trio were in custody, police also found the original incriminating photo of Allwork, with his face clearly visible on one of their mobile phones.
Wow.
It's hard to argue your innocence when you documented the crime yourself. All three Instagrammers admitted to burglary and theft charges in Leeds Crown Court. Allwork was sentenced to 4 years and 6 months, Holroyd to 34 months, and Carey to 32 months. Perhaps social media fame isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Stupid.
In May 2015, 23-year-old Dominic Antonio Alfonseca robbed a bank in Virginia Beach. He walked into the establishment, handed the teller a note demanding cash, received it. He walked into the establishment, handed the teller...
I need 150 bands right now. Please, police take up to... Police take up to 3 to 4 minutes to get here. I would appreciate if you ring the alarm a minute after I'm gone. Make sure the money doesn't blow up on me on the way out. Smiley face. Chapo.
Teller a note demanding cash.
At least he said please.
Received it and left. At this point, most thieves would be satisfied with a job well done. But Alfonseca didn't stop there. Within 20 minutes of the robbery he'd just pulled off, he managed to share a photo and video evidence of the act on his Instagram account.
Yes, ma'am. Not at all once.
Alfonseca posted 2 videos of the robbery itself, plus a picture of the note he'd handed to the teller.
What?
It read, "I need 150,000 bands right now, please. Police take 3 to 4 minutes to get here. I would appreciate if you ring the alarm a minute after I am gone. Make sure the money doesn't blow up on my way out." When asked about his Instagram activity, Alfonseca claimed that he wanted the police to know that he wasn't armed, and of course, he wanted to share what he was doing.
Why?
An aspiring rapper, Alfonseca was also looking to gain followers on the platform, hoping a big name in the music industry might see his posts. Police located and arrested Alfonseca with a gym
At least he had that Louis V on, baby. At least he was fresh as hell, fresh to death, boy.
bag full of the stolen cash less than half an hour after the crime.
Stupid.
He later admitted that he'd asked the teller for money and then took it from the bank, but suggested he wasn't guilty of robbery because he'd asked politely.
A robbery is demanding, going and demanding something and taking the money or whatever like that. I didn't do that.
Regardless of this bulletproof logic, he was sentenced in 2016 to 2 years and 11 months in prison.
That ain't bad if he would have got away with it. No, that's bad. I ain't gonna lie. 150. Nah, that ain't it.
27-year-old Rashia Wilson was a typical mother of 3 who managed to steal an estimated $20 million from the IRS. In 2010, police in Tampa noticed a decrease in drug dealing in the city, which suggested a different kind of lucrative criminal activity had taken its place. That activity was tax fraud, as discovered in a 2-year multi-agency investigation. Scammers were using stolen Social Security numbers to file fraudulent tax returns. Wilson, rather than laying low and enjoying her profits, chose to fund a noticeably lavish lifestyle for herself and her children, share incriminating photos of herself holding huge stacks of cash, and to proudly proclaim on
Florida girl, man. Hey, them Florida folks, man. They crazy, man. They be on some stuff.
Facebook that she was involved in the scam. Her incriminating post read, "I'm Rashia, the queen of IRS tax fraud. I'm a millionaire, for the record, so if you think indicting me will be easy, it won't, I promise you. You need more than black and white to hold me down. And that's to the rat who went and told. As if First Lady don't have the TPD under her spell. I run Tampa right now."
Oh, boy.
As if this social media confession wasn't telling enough, police also discovered expensive designer items and an unusual number of security cameras at Wilson's home in Wimauma, Florida. Wilson pleaded guilty to wire fraud and aggravated identity theft.
How much time she
During her
get?
trial, she claimed her Facebook was hacked and that she didn't write the bragging status that sealed her fate. Despite this flimsy excuse, she received a 21-year sentence in 2013 and was ordered to pay $3.1 million in restitution. After successfully appealing in 2014, Wilson was resentenced in 2015 to the same term. Which of these self-incriminating criminals do you think was the most foolish?
Boy, I'm not gonna lie. All of them was stupid as hell. The dumbest one was the Alfonso Dominique dude, because he actually kind of got away with the crime. He just uploaded it to Instagram. And the pettiest one was obviously the first one, if you ask me, the dude that siphoned the gas out the cop car. Yeah, but at least he only did 1 day in jail. You know what I'm saying? At least that was some minor stuff. But moral of this whole video, if you doing illegal activities, keep it off social media. The simple fact that my man's was on Instagram Live and the police was right outside of his crib watching him on Instagram Live, that blew my mind. Didn't make no sense at all. Baby girl that took $20 million got 21 years. First off, how you get $21 million and you still in the States? I pull off a heist like that, I'm never coming back, bro. never coming back. She's an idiot. With that being said, first, that was a bad snap. With that being said, man, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you drop a comment. Hey, look, follow your boy on Instagram, man. You know what I'm saying? Ride to Don _ up under each word. Ride _ DA _ Don _ Y'all stay blessed once again. Happy New Year. And I'm going to catch up with y'all in a little bit. Peace.